Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining our free online lesson. My name is Nabil Fikri bin Shahzan and I am a CAD application engineer from acadsystems. So for today's topic, I would like to share with you about the differences between AutoCAD and AutoCAD LT. Right? But they are not much different other than what AutoCAD can do, which AutoCAD LT cannot. So we're going to focus on that. Right, so this is basically some of this basic comparison between AutoCAD and AutoCAD LT, which you can find this information on the website. So first of all, for people who use AutoCAD, so basically they can use this for 2D drafting, drawing and documentation, and also for 3D modeling. Right, so for AutoCAD LT, so this one will be limited for 2D drafting. Right, so if you take a look at what it does, so we can see some of the similarities. So both can create and edit 2D geometry. So both can annotate drawings with text, dimension, reader, and table, and so on. Right, so both can customize ribbon, right, attach and import PDF files, share and use data from the EGN file, Naviswork, and also Bing file. So basically, this is for 2D lah, right? So for 2D drafting capabilities. Right? So there are other things that AutoCAD can do, which LT can do, such as the customized with add-on. So we can add customized tools or third-party software inside of AutoCAD as a plug-in tools. So we can create and edit 3D modeling with solid object. So this is basically where you can create 3D modeling inside of AutoCAD, but not on AutoCAD LT. Then we can extract data, object data to tables. So if you have many object data which you would like to translate that into understandable data or info, so you can do that using the normal AutoCAD, and you can also apply CAD standard. Right, so you can see. So just for your information, AutoCAD LT is AutoCAD, however, which it has some limited capabilities. So LT is basically means lesser technology, so it will have limited things that it can do where AutoCAD can do everything. So, right, so this is some of the basic things. So, for example, if you buy AutoCAD or if you buy AutoCAD LT, so this is the samples or the examples, the differences between these two. If you buy either this one, so if you buy the AutoCAD, the normal AutoCAD, so not only that you get the normal AutoCAD, which is this one AutoCAD, you also have the architectural AutoCAD. Right? You have the AutoCAD electrical, you have AutoCAD mechanical, AutoCAD MEP, Mac 3D, AutoCAD raster design. You can also get the AutoCAD Plan 3D. So this one is bundled together inside of normal AutoCAD. So you have additional 7 tools besides than just normal AutoCAD. This one will save you a lot of time. For example, if you work with electrical tool sets, so you buy AutoCAD, you already got this electrical tool set, which include some of these functionality tools which will allow you to use some of these customized symbols from the electrical tools. You can have easier ways to draw some schematic drawings for electrical, right? So it is much more easy and much more fast by using if you get the normal AutoCAD. On the other hand, if you get the AutoCAD LT, so normally you only get the normal AutoCAD LT. So you don't have the other 7 toolsets, so you cannot install additional plugin and so on. So this is some of these differences between the normal and also LT. So next one, so this is basically what I would like to share with you about what of the things, what I would like to highlight to you, some of the things that AutoCAD can do, which AutoCAD LT cannot do. Right, so just a simple basic one. So there are many other things that AutoCAD can do, which LT cannot do, but we're going to focus on these 5 things. So first, we're going to start with parametric modeling. So share first my AutoCAD. Right, so for parametric modeling, let me open some of the samples of parametrics. Right. So to use parametric drawings inside of AutoCAD, so you can go to the parametric tab over here, right? So which your AutoCAD has. However, AutoCAD LT does has the tab. However, you cannot create additional parametric tools from here. Right, so for normal, for full AutoCAD, so what you can do is with parametric modeling is that it allows you to lock the position and location of this particular drawing, for example. So if I try to move this was around, so you can see it is actually locked this particular object over here. It's almost like it was a block diagram. However, it's not a block, but this is actually locked position of this particular line over here. So let me show you one of the example. So for example, if I have two lines over here, so you can see I have two lines, so I can actually take this one and move this one apart. Right. So you can see it is actually not locked together. So what I can do is that from parametrics, so I can apply the geometry constraint to lock the position, the point. For example, I needed to lock from this point to this point, so I can use the geometry considering constraint. Right. So I lock this particular 2 point. So you can see it is now actually locked. So I will not accidentally move or change my object shape over here. Right? So if I want this one to be straight line, so I can simply just use this horizontal constraint. So I apply from here, so it is now actually straight line. If I try to move, try to give some angle, so it will not allow. Right. So this is some of the basic things from the geometry. So there are many other things that you can lock using the geometric constraint. So the other one, you can also lock the size of this by using the dimensional constraint. For example, on this linear over here, right, so if I apply these 2 points, so what I can do is that it can lock this particular size over here. For example, if I apply this size for about 400 center, it will lock this line into 400. It will not change more or less. Right? So if I needed to change again from here, I can just double click and just re-enter the value, for example, 500, and it will change automatically this particular line to 500. So it locks this particular size according to this. Right. So let's try to lock the other one as well. So let's say I lock for this angle from this to 9 over here. Let's say I give it about 1 to 5. So it locks on that position. So I take in line. Let's say I give it 400. Now if I try to move this around, you can see it is actually locked this particular shape over here. So it will not accidentally create some shape that I don't want. Right. So another sample from here, which this one I already applied this particular constraint over here. Another thing is that you can also hide or show all the constraints. For example, I already create some constraint over here which I don't want to see, so I can just simply select all, and then I can just simply select hide for this geometry constraint, and also select hide for the dimensional constraint. So it will hide this one. It's still there. If I try to move, so it will show. However, if I move it aside, so it will disappear. So if I see over here, so this one already being applied. So let's say I save this one, and I want to try to open this particular drawing inside of AutoCAD. So what I can do is that move to my AutoCAD LT. So if you look over here, so this is my AutoCAD LT. So if you look over here, we also have the parametric steps on the AutoCAD LT. But if I click over here, so you can see there are not much things that you can do over here, other than just simply show all, or you can also edit from here, or you can delete as well, right? However, you cannot create a new parametric model. For example, if I would like to insert back, this parametric drawing that have import from here. So maybe I did not save the previous one, but okay, so we already have this sample one. So you can see some of this has already has constraint over here. So from LT, AutoCAD LT from parametric, so you can use show all to show back the constraint that has been applied from this drawing. So you can edit this one from AutoCAD LT. For example, let's say I put 600. So we can actually edit from here as well. So no worries about that. However, you can add additional parametrics. So if we go to parametric manager over here, it will only show you, only list you the available parameter from here. However, you cannot create a new one. Right? So I can also delete this one if I needed to. So if I need delete this one, so it will disappear. I can edit from here. I can show all. I can hide, and so on from here. However, I cannot create a new one. So this is some of the limitation for AutoCAD LT. So let's move on to the next one. So the next one that I would like to share with you is the customize with add-on application on AutoCAD. So for example, if you're using AutoCAD, there are some of the limitation that your AutoCAD can do. However, you can actually use customize, such as, for example, macro or ellipse tools, which you can import back into your AutoCAD and use that particular as a new tools that you can use inside of AutoCAD. For example, if I go to my AutoCAD, so this is back to my normal AutoCAD. So if I go to my manage tab, so you can see we have the application over here, which we can use this one to run the macros, to run some ellipse programming tools that whether you download from any other websites. So you can use that to bring that particular new command line inside of the AutoCAD. So you can just type in APP which stands for application loads. Center, you can find any of your ellipse tools that you have, and you can import that but into your AutoCAD. So for example, if I try to load this one, so it will show me inside here. So I have my new AutoCAD additional command tools from here. Now, another thing is that if I go into this corner over here, so we can see for my AutoCAD tool, so we have application store over here. So which I can use this particular store to download additional tools that I can import back into AutoCAD. For example, if I click this store button over here, and it will automatically bring me to App Store for the Autodesk tools. For example, I can see many other tools that I can use to download and plug in inside of my AutoCAD. So this is some of the things that you can search. Right, so we have some other tools from AutoCAD to Inventor, Revit, and so on. So for this, let's say AutoCAD, and then I can see some of the tools available from here. So if I need to search some of the tools, so I can search from here. If I needed to download some of the tools, so I can just go to here, and you can see some of these particular tools in the store have some free tools. Some of this can be done as a paid, right? So you can find some of the tools from here. So if you need to download and install, so you can just click over here, and it should give you the some of this description, right? So from the outsource that which you can import back into your AutoCAD. Now, if you use the AutoCAD LT, however, so this one is my normal AutoCAD. So this one, okay. So this one is LT. So if you go to Manage tab, so you can see that particular additional add-on tools which you can add third-party software. Inside here does not available inside of AutoCAD. So you cannot import ellipse or macros inside of AutoCAD, and you don't have the store which can use to download third-party application. So that is some of the limitation for the AutoCAD. Right. So let's move on to the next. So the next one, we have the create and edit 3D model with solid surface and mesh objects. So this is basically if you need to create 3D modeling tools, you need to view. So you can do that using the AutoCAD, uh, from the normal AutoCAD easily. So for the AutoCAD LT, you can import 3D model. So you can only view that with some limitation, some limited option there. So let me show you one of the examples. For example, if I go to my AutoCAD, but let's say I click some new drawing from here. Right, so say I just use here, and one of the differences between this normal AutoCAD and LT. So for the normal one, so we have this compass here, which we can use this one to rotate and move around. Right, so which LT does not have. So you can see I already rotate this one into 3D modeling software. And then another thing is that I can go to my gear icon over here and switch to my workspace. So for example, if I needed to use 3D modeling software, so I can click on the 3D model, and then I can extrude this one into 3D model. Or I can just simply press this one. You can see it is actually a 3D model. So which I can also change the view. I go to my conceptuals, then I can click at my compass over here, so I can drag and see some of this particular view easily. Right. So let's open some of these samples 3D model. For example, I have this particular 3D model. So I can use this particular option over here to view. So I can view as wireframe, conceptual, hidden, and so on. Right. This particular 3D model, I would like to see this, I would like to view this inside AutoCAD LT. So you can do that. If you go to AutoCAD LT, then you open the 3D model. So you can see you can still view 3D model inside of your AutoCAD LT. However, you don't have the compass to move around. Right? But if you like to move, if you like to view on other angles, so you can go to view over here. So we have some of these angle of view that you can use. For example, if you like to see the top view, so you can click at the top view. You can see the back view, the front view, or maybe you want to see the isometric view, so you can click here as well. However, you cannot edit this one. You cannot create a new 3D models. If you try to go to the gear icon over here, you don't have the 3D modeling workspace. You only have the 2D drafting and right, but you still can still use this to view, so you can move this one around, but you cannot edit this particular shape over here. Right. So another thing is that when you're using the 3D AutoCAD 3D, that for example, if I move to my full AutoCAD, that we can actually change this particular view over here. Right. So this particular view will only appear on the LT once you have saved this one. For example, if I save this one as a wireframe, and I save this one, let's say I try to open from AutoCAD LT. So let me reopen this. Let me reopen this one again. So you can see it is actually showing me as a wireframe. So I cannot change this particular view back to 3D model. So I cannot do that. So you can only change the view from AutoCAD full. Now, about the 3D as well is that one of the best thing is when you're using the 3D, you can easily create multiple documentation very easily. But for example, if I needed to flat shot or I need to create this one, turn this one into 2D drawing, what I can do is that I can use either flatten or flat shot. For example, I use flat shot. and I create this one. So you can see I can actually create this one a 2D drawing representation based on my view from here. So I can actually create this one. So for LT, if I try to do that, you don't have the capability to do so. I go back to my LT. If I try to run flagship command, it will only appear as an unknown command because it does not actually applicable inside of the AutoCAD. Another thing is that if I want to use from the layout, so I want to translate this one on the layout. So on AutoCAD phone, so we have this base command over here. Or if I go to my layout, I have this base command over here, which I can import this particular view by using this particular button. If I click over here, so I can create multiple view based from here, okay. So I can create multiple view, front, top, isometrics, and so on, and it will automatically turn this one into a 2D object. Right? So you cannot do that inside of LT. So inside of LT, so you still need to create multiple view manually. Right? So for example, I need to create a particular view on layout. I still need to use the viewport. For example, I use a rectangle. Right? So and then I create another rectangles viewports. So I needed to change manually from here. For example, I want this one as a top. Then I create another one here. Let's say this one I want it to be as a front view. So I can choose front. Right. So it is much more tedious ways, and there are not much that you can do aside than just throw away some of this particular view that you have uh, from the modeling workspace. That is some of these things. Some of these things that you can do is set up. Now let's take a look at the next thing is using the AutoCAD normally. So you can have the other tools such as extract object data to tables. Right. For example, if I go back to my normal AutoCAD, so I have my floor plan sample over here. So if I zoom in over here, so I have many other object over here. So I have some blocks, so I have some lines, some circles. Some of these have some information that I would like to translate this one into tables. Right? For example, I needed to know the coordinate, the position, or maybe some of the attributes. So I can do that by using the export data. Now, from this one, so let me change this back into PDFT. So from this one, I can go to my insert. But then you can go to the linking and extraction. So from here, I can actually extract this particular data, this particular object from here, extract it into a readable data. So for example, I just click over here, and it will show me the data extraction from here. You just click next. Say I will rename this file tags as data. So go to next, and it will try to load every object from here, from arc, some of these blocks such as desks, doors, anything from here. So I can filter out I needed to. So go to next, and then I can apply some of these categories that I would like to appear on my block diagram, on my table. Like for example, I only want to see, let's say, the attribute and the geometric. So I will like to uncheck everything from here. Then I can uncheck and recheck everything that I would like to show from here. And this one will be appear on my table from here. Right, so if I click next, it's okay. and it will show me some of this preview of the table, the information that I can get by translating, by converting, or extracting the data that I have from my 3D drawing. So I can click next, and then I can select, I can insert this one into my drawing over here, and I can also import that particular table into an Excel if I need. So for this case, I only want to include this one inside of my drawing. Next, so it will show me some of these type of table styles that that I want to. So I can see from here. So I click next and finish, and it will show me the tables from here. Right, so we just need to load a little bit. So because there are many other things that I have selected from here, so it's going to take a bit of time to load. Right, so we have some table from here. Just click here, and it will create me this particular table of information that I have selected before. Now, okay, so I can zoom in. You can see some of this particular information that I have created from this particular drawing can be easily created into a table from here. Right? So by using the extract data. Now for the AutoCAD LT, however, if you go to insert command, so you don't have that particular option to extract a particular data. Right, so one last thing that I would like to share with you that AutoCAD can do, which LT cannot do, is that you can apply standards inside of this full AutoCAD. So for example, if I go back to my drawing, so I believe this one is LT. So let me close the rest of this drawing that I don't need. All right, so let's say I have some of these, let's say I have this drawing. So this drawing is basically I get from my either vendor or maybe from outsource. However, one of these particular drawing don't have the standard that I have been using. So for example, from this unit itself, you can see it's now using architectural units, and maybe this unit is actually on inches. Right? So some of these line drawings using different types of lines, different type of line weight, different types of layers. So which is not actually standardized based on my drawing. Now, if you already have your drawing and you want to standardize it, so what you can do is that you can go to this button over here, and you can save this one as a drawing standard. So basically, it's going to take all of your settings and make it as a standard. So for this case, I don't want to save this one as a standard because I already have the standard. So what I'm going to do is that we're going to import some of the standard that I already have, and we're going to include that particular standard and change this particular standard into this particular drawing that I have from my vendor. I can go to, say, see. Right, so you can go to Manage tab, and we have the CAD standard. Now, to import standards from my own standards, I can click at Configure here, and then I can click at plus button over here, and I can select the standard I have saved earlier. So I can open this particular drawings, and okay, standard has been loaded inside here. The next thing that I need to do is that I need to check the standard, whether the standard is correct or not. So for that, I can use this check CAD standard, and it's going to show me the differences between my current drawing that I have received from my vendor, and my standard that I have imported inside that I would like to change. So you can see some of these differences between here. Now, if I just click fix, it's going to fix this particular standard movie. So I have the dimension. So it has some of these difference. So for the dimension, I have this kind of value is 255 for the colors. So I can use my standard value by just using fix command, and it will automatically fix this particular dimension into my own standard. So right now, using these using the normal units. Right, so from the previous one, which is actually received from my vendor, is architecture unit. So I just need to click fix, so it will find this particular standard and try to fix this one. And once all of this standard has been fixed, has been checked, it will show me the standard check complete over here, and it will show me how many problems that I have fixed. So I have 5 particular problems, and I have fixed 5 particular standard that I have applied from here. So this is basically the standard that I have based on the layers, based on the units. So I have input back and change automatically from here. So if you try to do that inside of AutoCAD, so you have to do that manually because you don't have these CAD standard capabilities from here. Right, so that is basically all from me that I would like to share with you guys about the differences between AutoCAD and AutoCAD LT. So before I end my session, I would like to share with you about our websites. So if you would like to visit our website, so you can just type in on any browser. You can just type in acadsystems.com, press enter, and you will get to our main landing page from here. So if you need to give us a call, so you can see our phone number from here. However, if you cannot reach us, you can also use the chat command from here, because some of us still working from home. You can use this chat button over here, so you can still reach us via online from here. So you can go to this live chats. For example, type in command. Let's say maybe you want to buy AutoCAD, so just type in you just need to type in some information from here. So just press enter, and some of our live agent chat will send you immediately from. Right. So that is all from me. I would like to share with you. So I believe no questions so far. So I would like to end this session for today. So thank you for joining our free online lesson, and I hope I see you guys again on next time. Bye.